Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Ask Joy. This video is created for you who currently owns an executive condo and you are wondering when is the best time to sell your EC. Is it upon the MOP, which is at the 5-year mark, or at the 10-year mark when the EC becomes fully privatized? For those of you who are not aware, EC is a hybrid of private and public housing catered to the middle-income Singaporeans who don't qualify for BTO due to the 14,000 income ceiling but yet find the private condo a bit expensive. EC follows HDB rules at the point of purchase whereby financing is based on MSR, your mortgage servicing ratio, capped at 30% of a borrower's gross monthly income. CPF housing grant is also available depending on the combined household income. Buyers are also required to fulfill the 5-year MOP. When the EC turns 5-year-old from the TOP date, it is considered semi-privatized and can be sold in the market, but only the permanent residents can buy. The moment it turns 10 years old, it becomes fully privatized and anyone can buy, including foreigners. As such, it makes sense to say that prices of any EC will surge at both the 5th and the 10-year mark upon TOP due to the increase in new demand from the PR and the foreigners. It is also logical to say that if you were to sell your EC after the 10-year mark, your profit margin should be the highest. Well, that is true, but only to a certain extent. I realized that EC which have experienced a surge in pricing after the 10-year mark are those that were built before 2003. This is the price trend of Woodsville EC, which is located in Woodlands. Ethiopia in year 2000 becomes semi-privatized in 2005 and fully privatized in 2010. As you can see, the first significant surge came only after MOP due to the increase in demand from the PR. There is another surge when the property reaches its 10-year mark. The price was further increased by over 50% when it became fully privatized in 2010 thanks to a group of demand which is the foreigners. And next, this is the price chart for Eastvale, which is located in Pasir Ris. It is also the first EC to be launched in Singapore. Its price trend is similar to Woodsville, whereby its first price surge came only after MOP, and the second price surge came after the 10-year mark. Similar price trend is also spotted in Floraville, an EC located in Jurong West. Ethiopia in year 2000 became semi-privatized in 2005 and fully privatized in 2010. So, what happened in recent years and how has this affected the profit of the EC owners? In 2011, government introduced a series of cooling measures, one of which states that foreigners will be subjected to 10% additional buyer stamp duty for buying any residential property in Singapore. In 2013, this percentage was further increased by another 5% to 15% ABSD. And during the latest or the last round of cooling measures in 2018, it was announced that the ABSD payable for foreigners right now is at 20%. This move has made Singapore properties less attractive as speculative assets. It limits the level of return on investment. This is especially so if a foreigner buys a property in a heartland area where they have to enter at a premium of 20%, yet also faces the risk of entering into a state of stagnation. Therefore, ECs which turn 10-year-old after 2011 are less likely to experience the second surge when it becomes fully privatized. La Casa is one of the latest EC to be fully privatized in the recent years since the announcement of various cooling measures. Its price performance surged upon MOP in 2013 and has been very stagnant in the past years. Buyers' profile are made up of only Singaporeans and PR. Foreign ownership remains at 0% to date. Same goes for the Aspires, which turned 10-year-old in 2015. It has a similar price trend whereby prices peak after MOP. We can see very clearly here that right after the surge, it enters into a stage of stagnancy before hitting the 10-year mark. Its foreign ownership remains at 0% as well. It is therefore safe to conclude that the best time to sell your EC will be 1 to 2 years from MOP. If you're holding a EC which has met the 5-year mark and you wish to keep it for another round of growth and sell it at the 10-year mark, chances are very slim. On the other spectrum, if you are looking to buy a resale EC and to move in immediately, EC pricing will be a very good point for you to enter. And that's all I have for this episode of Ask Joy. I hope you find the sharing today useful. And if you do like my content, please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned to the next one. See ya!